Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Ricardo and I'm Bujo Boosted. Welcome to the very first episode of Tea with Bujo Boosted, where I basically sit here, have some tea and discuss about whatever with you guys. So I've just got home from my internship and I've made some tea because I love tea. Today I'm drinking some Russian Earl Grey and this is one of my favorites. Today guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of where I'm coming from and how I ended up here in Paris. First of all, I'm not Spanish, I'm not Portuguese. I always read a lot of comments about where I come from, and the answer is Italy. I come from Italy. I come from Sicily, and particularly I come from Palermo. Palermo is a very big city in Sicily. Sometimes what I've realized during my traveling is that people believe that there is nothing in Sicily and there are only villages, but Palermo is quite a big city and there is a lot of people and a lot of things going on there. I basically spent the first, I'd say 17 years of my life in Sicily. I wasn't traveling. I had never left Italy before I turned 17. I was a very good student. I loved going to school. And of course playing the piano, because for those of you who don't know, I can play the piano. I went to the conservatory in Palermo for a couple of years. I ended up not getting the degree in piano. I was doing piano and musical composition, which I love. I'd actually love to go back to music composition and writing my own music. But yeah, I didn't finish that. As I said, I had never been abroad before I turned 17, and that's also because I come from kind of a poor family, so we couldn't really afford to go abroad, to go on vacation, so I wasn't seeing myself traveling, going abroad, studying abroad. When I was 15, 16, I remember my mom saying that she saw that there was this opportunity to do 1 year abroad. The organization is AFS. You probably know about it because there are a lot of students going abroad with that organization every year. So they had some scholarships that could cover all of the expenses, because it is quite expensive actually to do these programs. So I applied for the scholarship and I'm yeah, whatever, let's try it. But I never thought that I could win the scholarship. So I remember passing all of the tests. You do a lot of tests, they see your grades at school. I had my grades at school, my grades from the conservatory and all of that. And I remember getting this letter saying, "Oh Ricardo, you know what? You won the scholarship." And I was like, what? So it was very strange because all of a sudden I was going abroad and I was going abroad for 1 year. Imagine, I did all of the application and everything without even realizing what was going on. I was yeah, sure, let's go abroad for 1 year or whatever, but I never thought I would actually go. That makes sense. So I won the scholarship to go for 1 year in Hungary. You may say why Hungary, right? The fact is, the teacher I had, my piano teacher, she told me that there were very good music schools in Budapest, which is true, and so that's the main, the only reason why I chose that country. But I barely knew anything about Hungary, that's how bad it was. So while I was preparing myself to go spend 1 year abroad, I started learning Chinese and I fall in love with this language. I remember learning Chinese all the time in school. I would hide myself in class to learn Chinese, to learn new characters, and my teachers were like, "Oh Ricardo, are you studying Chinese instead of listening to the class?" Because I was just so in love with the language. It was just love at first sight. And I remember for my birthday, it was my 16th birthday or my 17th birthday, where my grandma asked me what I wanted to have for my birthday, and I asked for my very first Chinese book. I was the happiest person ever. So I'm accepted, I go to Hungary and I go spend 1 year there. And of course guys, there's probably going to be one or more videos about my Hungarian experience, but to give you an overall of what happened. I had two host families, was in one host family and things weren't really going that well. So I had to change my host family, and my second host family was like so nice. I'm still in contact with them, and my year there went overall really well because of the family, because I felt that I really was part of the family and I was able to experience the culture, to learn the language. So it was a very great experience for me. I spent 1 year there back in 2010. I turned 18 in Budapest and I came back to Italy to do my last year of high school. I do my last year of high school, and during this year I was constantly thinking about China. At some point it was kind of like an obsession, I think. I really wanted to get there, and since I knew that I could get abroad because I managed to go abroad even though I had no money, I told myself that I could do it. So I started looking into opportunities to go to China. And what I found on the internet is that the easiest way to get to China is to go there as an au pair. So I'm back to Italy from 1 year in Hungary, and I'm already preparing for leaving Italy in order to go to China. So yeah, this year in Italy passed so fast because I was preparing for China and I had to study for my exams. And I think I didn't even spend one whole year in Italy. Yeah, I spent like 10 months after coming back from Hungary, and 10 months later I left to China. So this period was kind of hard because a lot of things were going on with my family and with my life in general. I really felt that I needed to leave and I needed to take a break. Of course, my teachers didn't want me to leave because they wanted me to stay in Palermo and to, keep on studying. And my teachers at the conservatory, my piano teacher, she didn't want me to leave everything, but I felt that I really needed to take a break. Do you know when your life is so messed up that you just feel like leaving everything behind and take the first flight to Asia sort of feeling? So that's exactly what I did. I was so lucky because a cousin of mine, she helped me with the money so that I was able to take a flight to Beijing, a one-way ticket to Beijing. So yeah, I made it. I left everything I had. I took like my stuff and left for China. Now looking back, I realized that I actually never went back to Italy. I left for China and just kept on going. So when in China, okay, my Chinese year was intense. It's hard to explain in a few words how my Chinese year went, but it was very intense, drama, a lot of things happened. I plan on doing like at least, I don't know, a whole series of videos about what happened in China because that was so crazy that I cannot fit it in one video. Basically, I went there as an au pair. I was supposed to stay there for 1 year. I had 1 year contract. I ended up breaking my 1 year contract because life was so crazy. I had two host families. I ended up escaping from those two host families. I was sent from one side to the other side of China. I never knew what was going on. I never had my stuff on me. I was always in this survival mode. Now, there were good things and bad things. The bad things are that I wasn't stable at all, and the organization was kind of crap and they treated me not that well, but that's gonna be another video. The good thing is that I learned Chinese because I was spending so much time with Chinese people and Chinese kids, and I wasn't in an English-speaking environment. So I'm really, really happy with the level that I could reach of spoken Chinese. And of course, I met so many people. I have a lot of friends from China that I'm so grateful about, and that I'm so happy that I met there. Overall, my Chinese year was crazy. After escaping Chinese families, dealing with Chinese mafia and drama situations, I went to Hong Kong, I changed my visa, I came back to Beijing and started a better Chinese life. I was teaching English in different places. I was teaching English in a kindergarten. I was teaching English as a private English teacher of some sort. So I ended up doing my whole year in China, even though not as an au pair, thanks God. So this Chinese year helped me a lot about what I wanted to do with my life. Because back in Italy, I was studying letters. I was doing, you know, like philosophy, like Italian literature, English literature, like those subjects. So I wasn't doing math, physics, and I never thought, like I never saw myself doing like scientific subjects. And that's the problem, because when you do always literature, you end up believing that that you can do scientific subjects, and that's not true. When I was in China, I was like, you know what, I think it's time for me to go to university, but I don't see myself doing literature. I don't see myself doing like languages. So I said to myself, what about sciences? Don't you see yourself doing sciences? And I was like, I actually do. I genuinely feel like I want to do sciences. I'm really grateful that I went to China, that I had to go through all that crap, because after 1 year I was like, I know what I want to do with my life. I don't want to do literature or languages. I want to do sciences and I want to do engineering. So I'm in China, my visa is going to expire soon, so I need to go back, like I need to leave the country, right? My original plan was to go back to Italy and start university there. But this very good friend of mine, he invited me over to Paris. So I take a flight from Beijing to Paris. I'm here in Paris. I don't plan on staying here more than like, let's say a week, 2 weeks maybe. And things happened really fast. Things that I'm not really sure I want to talk about in this video. It went more like, I got in Paris on Wednesday, let's say, and 1 week later I was enrolled in university, and 2 weeks later I had a place here and I was staying here, like indefinitely. So yeah, that wasn't planned at all. I remember being in China, coming back to Europe, and then I was like thrown into this Paris life, and here I am. I know that it sounds a bit mysterious, but I don't want to like tell you everything right now. So I started my Paris life almost 4 years ago. I started working in a restaurant and I started going to university, enjoying, you know, going to university, learning sciences. And now here I am, and I've just finished my 3rd year of engineering. Overall, I'm so happy because, as I said, I come from a very poor family. But still, I was able to travel a lot. I was able to travel to Hungary. I was able to travel to China to stay here in Paris. Unfortunately, my parents couldn't help me financially, so I always had to find my way through difficult situations. I managed to be here. Here I am. This is my place. As you can see, this is my home. Guys, that's all for today's Tea with Bujo Boosted video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in a comment below what you thought about this different video, and let me know if you want to know more about my experiences and my crazy life. Now I'm gonna go relax a bit, and don't miss my new video. I have already filmed it. It's my internship bullet journal video, and it's gonna be up on my channel this week. So enjoy, guys, have a nice soiree, and I'll see you soon. Bye.